Hello, my friends. You've probably heard at this point one YouTuber somewhere or another in the news, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, complaining about the YouTube adpocalypse. So today I'm going to break it down for you, tell you what's really happening, how creators are really being affected, what I think YouTube's motivations are, and what maybe you can do to help support your favorite creators. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching because we're going to get into that right now. I get asked all the time when people say, you know, what do you do for a living? I was like, I make videos on YouTube. And they're like, you make money doing that? I'm like, yeah, actually, I kind of do. So let me just kind of explain that to you real quick, just in case you aren't sure about that. When an ad runs before a YouTube video, the creator makes a fraction of a penny off of that ad. We also make money off of YouTube Red subscriptions. That's a $10 a month subscription that removes ads for the viewer, but still gives money to the creator. I have a video on my channel called The Truth About Making Money on YouTube and Starting a YouTube Channel that really digs deep into how much individual YouTubers get paid per view and how much we get paid per video and how much some creators may be making. I break down exactly how much I make. So if you're interested in that part, I will leave a card in the eye there. I'll also link it down below in case you want to know more about that. There's lots of ways YouTubers make money other than AdSense, but what we're going to focus on is AdSense revenue, which is the money that YouTubers make off of the ads that roll before their videos. Basically what happens is an advertiser comes to YouTube and they say, we want to run ads. Then they get to pick what kinds of content they want to run their ads on. So for example, a makeup company will probably want to run ads on my channel, but probably not a gaming channel. Based on my title, my tags, my video description, my thumbnail, YouTube figures out through something called the algorithm what my content is about, and they try to match advertisers with my content. Along with that, YouTubers also have a little bit of choice over the ads. We can restrict certain kinds of ads, like if we don't want sensitive topic ads being shown on our videos, we can block that. We can block gambling ads, things like that, which I personally have blocked on my channel. We can also choose the frequency of the ads and the placement of the ads. That's relatively new, where you may have noticed that the number of ads within a video has increased. Well, that has been placed by the YouTuber. So about, 6-7 ads within a 15-minute video. But it does make a huge difference on that YouTuber's paycheck from AdSense when there are multiple ads playing. So that's why they're including all of those ads, and they're counting on that you will continue to watch beyond that ad. And actually, I have heard that we actually get a bigger cut of profit from a YouTube Red subscription than we do from an ad. Like I mentioned earlier, the ads aren't placed by a human being. They're placed by an algorithm that just kind of analyzes each individual video, because there really can't be a human looking at all of these videos. There's just too much content going up on YouTube. So because of that, that leads us into the adpocalypse, which started in March of 2017 when advertisers realized that their content, their ads were being placed on videos that they did not want to endorse, such as maybe videos about terrorism or videos about content that they thought was a sensitive topic, videos containing hate speech and bigotry and things like that. The advertisers went nuts. A ton of them pulled out, and YouTube lost a lot of money. What YouTube decided to do was they were going to add stronger filters for what videos got ads and which ones didn't get ads. So we're going to fast forward a few months to the summer, and we started seeing as creators these little green circles with a $sign popping up next to our videos, and that meant that our video was deemed advertiser friendly. And what then happened is within 24 hours of the video going live, that green circle turned yellow, which meant that it was either going to have limited ads or no ads at all on the content. Now, this is critical because most of the views of a YouTube video happen within the first 48 hours. So if you get dinged with demonetization in that first 48 hours, you're having very few ads, if any ads at all, playing on your content. You're still making money off of YouTube Red, but that's such a small amount of YouTube viewers compared to the masses that are watching videos. So the money goes down significantly because there's no ads playing. If there's no ads playing, you're not making any money. Now, how YouTube is finding these things is, like I said, with with the title, the tags, the description. They also might be using the closed captioning, the automatic closed captioning that can pop up on a video. If you've ever tried to turn on closed captioning on someone that didn't put in their own closed captioning, you'll see that it's not very accurate. But if they see cuss words popping up over and over again, it's possible that they are flagging those videos for demonetization as well. But it's an extremely strict restriction at this point. For example, any video that says unboxing is automatically flagged for demonetization. I don't know why. There's tons of things. I mean, monthly favorites videos in the beauty community, you know, unboxings, like I mentioned, makeup hauls, things like that are getting flagged as not advertiser friendly. And it's hard to figure out what it is that's triggering the algorithm. When you put drugstore in a title, of course, we don't mean drugs, we mean drugstore. That one would get flagged. This is also hitting people that do support videos, like my friend Cassie over at ThriftThick. She had put up videos about her struggles with mental health issues and things like that. All of those videos have been permanently demonetized as not advertiser friendly when they're supposed to be educational videos and they're supposed to be support videos for people that are also going through the same thing. So that's kind of sad that those videos are deemed not advertiser friendly at all. It's important to note that we don't get any kind of notification if a video is flagged for demonetization. So it's our responsibility to make sure that we are checking our videos, and there is a way to filter our videos to kind of sort them by the ones that do not currently have ads on them. So YouTube makes it relatively easy for us to find them. We just have to kind of stay on top of it. If we notice that a video is now flagged for demonetization, we can click the request review button, and then it'll take anywhere from a few hours to a few days for the video to be remonetized. But like I was mentioning earlier, that first 48 hours is critical because that's when we're getting most of our views. So for example, I had a BoxyCharm video that got flagged pretty much right after the video went live, and I made about half to a little less than half of the money I would have made if the video hadn't been flagged, based on the other videos that I've made that have about the same amount of views but weren't flagged for demonetization. So that was kind of disappointing to me. It just feels like kind of cruddy, you know, because it feels like I should have gotten that because there's nothing wrong with my content. I don't cuss on my channel. There's nothing inappropriate. I purposely put on my channel things that are family friendly so that moms and dads can watch their videos with their kids around and not have to worry about the content being inappropriate. So me being, you know, so conscious of that, it's, you know, almost hurtful to be accused of being advertiser friendly, even though at this point I'm not taking it personally. In the beginning, I kind of was. It's like, YouTube doesn't think I'm advertiser friendly, but I promise you I am. So it's not just the ones that the people that cuss that are getting flagged, it's everybody at this point almost. But here's another clincher that happened. A couple of weeks ago, a bunch more advertisers pulled out because ads were running on videos that were targeting children. So what these channels would do, which would get them a lot of views, both from children and also maybe from adults who were looking for really twisted content, would be, let's say they dress up a man as Spider-Man and a woman as Elsa, and the next thing you knew, Spider-Man and Elsa were doing things that they're not family friendly. Oh my gosh, like what? I will link Philip DeFranco's video on this down below where he goes more in depth about these kinds of videos and why advertisers were pulling out their ads. So this is the problem, is that videos like my unboxings and my monthly favorites and my makeup minutes are being demonetized, where videos like that are being monetized. So there's something wrong, there's something going on, and YouTube has got to figure it out. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that this is really hitting the smallest channels the most, in that if you don't have more than 1,000 views within, I think, a week's period of time, then you can hit the request review button, but they say that they won't review it. Some people on my Twitter have told me that it has been remonetized, but not everybody. So I don't know why some people are getting their videos remonetized even if they have less than 1,000 views, but people with smaller channels have told me that this is really hitting them hard. In the very beginning of this video, I mentioned that you have to hit that $100 threshold in order to make any money on YouTube. So this is making it even harder for smaller creators to hit that $100 threshold in order to make that money. I will tell you, it took me about a year to hit $100, and that was without all of this demonetization. So, and that was uploading, you know, at least 4 or 5 videos a month. So you can see where this would really be a problem for those new up and coming YouTube creators. Is this affecting me and my channel? Yeah, it's affecting me. I'm losing, you know, $10, $15, $20 here and there. But think about how much it's affecting the creators that have really big channels. They're losing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars having these videos demonetized during this critical time. So why is this happening? YouTube says that they are just filtering for advertisers. They're making sure that all the content is advertiser friendly. That's the purpose behind it. They say that the algorithm is learning through this human interaction, and that recently, I forgot to write down the date, but very recently they said that 30% of the videos that have been demonetized are now going to magically be monetized because the algorithm has learned. I haven't seen any change. I've actually seen my videos be more likely to be flagged for demonetization over the past couple of weeks than I had even before. Actually, at one point, my friend Stephanie Nicole had advised me, well, actually when I went to go visit her, you know, take the tags off your video, that's how they're finding it. And I took the tags off my videos, and for like 2 weeks, all my videos were monetized. I was like, yes! And then all of a sudden, they started being demonetized again. Once they had said that all those videos were gonna start being remonetized, all my videos started getting flagged at that point. So it's like, oh my gosh, I can't even win. Then something really interesting happened. Last week, a video came out. It was called YouTube Secret Codes Revealed, and I will link that video down below. What they said in that video is that there was a group of, I don't know, it's a group of people, it was like a group that did a study, and they found that if you went into the code of YouTube, into the metadata, into the HTML of any video, which they explain in that video how to do it, and you search for excluded_ads, you could find these YouTube secret codes that would tell you why videos were being demonetized. For example, 102 is profanity and rough language, 104 sexually suggestive content, 109 sensational and shocking, 113 tragedy and conflict, and 115 sensitive social issues. So if you looked in your code, you'd be able to find that information there, so you would know why you were flagged. So what I did was I went into my metadata, and I went into a bunch of YouTubers' metadata, and I spent about 3 hours just digging and digging and digging and trying to find out why videos were being flagged. And it was actually quite interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the little chart that I made of the different codes that we were being flagged for. I started off with 8 channels, including mine. So I analyzed my channel, Manny MUA, Tati, Laura Lee, James Charles, Raw Beauty Christie, ThriftThick, and my friend V over at Vii Dreamcatcher. So lots of different levels of viewership, a lot of bigger channels. I wanted to see what was going on with the bigger channels because I was curious. I was planning on digging deeper, but I will tell you in a minute why I didn't do that. So you'll notice that I was dinged for 102, which is profanity and rough language, and that was on a makeup minute. I don't get it either. You notice that Manny MUA was not dinged for profanity and rough language in the videos that I looked at, which is odd because he cusses his face off in his videos. So I was very surprised that he was dinged actually less than I was for demonetization. Tati was only dinged for 3 different things. Those are ones we don't know. Unless it's one of those 10-somethings, 100-somethings, we don't know what that ding actually means. So Tati only has 3. For some unknown reason, on every one of Laura Lee's videos that I looked at, she was getting dinged for tragedy and conflict. Who in the world knows why? James Charles actually beat out Laura, though, for the number of codes that he had on his content. He had the profanity and rough language, but he also had a ton of other ones on there. Raw Beauty Christie, who also cusses a lot in her videos, did not get dinged for rough language on the videos that I saw. She had 5 different codes. Cassie from ThriftThick had 6 different codes. I thought that was kind of interesting. I made sure to look at a bunch of her different content. I looked at her mukbangs, I looked at her toy openings, and I looked at her beauty videos. She had 6 different codes under her, none of them in the 100s. And then my friend V from Vii Dreamcatcher, who also doesn't curse in her channel, she also got profanity and rough language. So this is what I'm thinking. I don't know how, they said they looked at 800,000 YouTube channels as far as finding out what these codes meant. YouTube never confirmed that the findings were real. And based on what the limited amount of research I was able to do, it doesn't seem like those codes are accurate to what these videos are. Just for fun, I decided to look at a couple of other channels channels that were not beauty related that continually talk about being demonetized. So I looked at Philip DeFranco, which is a news channel, and then I looked at Kendall Ray, who does conspiracy theories. And you'll see Phil only got dinged for 5 different codes, and Kendall got 8 different codes. She was dinged for sensational and shocking, which is very much the content on her channel, and also for sensitive social issues, which is also what her channel is like. So that makes sense. But the fact that myself and V were flagged for profanity and rough language, but Manny and Christy were not, does not make sense to me. But I will tell you, if you were interested in that and you're running to go find these codes, don't bother, because I was talking to Taylor over at Thattayla on Twitter, and she sent me a screenshot of a Twitter post by someone that is from H3 Productions. His name is Ethan, and he had contact with YouTube, and I will put the screen capture up right now of what they said. The stuff in this video isn't accurate, but I agree it was an amazing and entertaining video. Oh, and then they start talking about something that I'm not going to get into about the yellow icon and suppressing videos. I won't get into that. You can watch their video for that if you want more information on that, but they say that we remove the codes to avoid further confusion. So at that point, I could no longer research, and the codes no longer exist, and we're back completely in the dark with no path at all. So this research kind of led us on a path to figuring out why our videos were being demonetized, and then they turned the lights off on us, and we're like, okay, we're back in the dark. So now I want to kind of get into my theory of why this is happening, and it's a little bit different. I think that because a lot of advertisers, a lot of really big advertisers, pull their ads from YouTube, that YouTube now naturally has less ads to run. Okay? They also recently instituted, like I said earlier, that you could put multiple ads in a video. Taking out some time in that first 48 hours from almost every video uploaded to YouTube helps them to streamline those ads that they do have to videos that will be advertiser friendly, that have been approved by either the YouTube algorithm or by a human that has reviewed them. And I feel like if those advertisers came back, that we wouldn't have to worry about as many videos getting flagged. I think that YouTube knows they're over flagging content. They have to know. They know they're over flagging content, but they're doing it anyway. And that's my theory as to why they're over flagging content, is so that they can take those ads that they have and make sure they put them on videos that have been approved. They can also use that they're being so strict as a marketing tool toward advertisers to say, hey, this is all that we're doing here to make sure that your content, your ad is going to be placed on things that are good quality. But this is also an opinion. I don't think YouTube cares. I honestly don't think YouTube cares about the small creators on YouTube that aren't making it to their $100 threshold. I don't think they care about people with 100,000 subscribers like me. I feel like they care about their advertisers, they care about their stockholders. That's who they are worried about. And those people want to advertise on huge channels. People that have huge, long watch times, lots and lots of subscribers, network television shows that are now being shown, like, you know, The View and Jimmy Kimmel, and all of those shows, you know, are being shown in clips on YouTube now. Those are the ones where the advertisers want to go. They'll do everything they can to bring those advertisers back, but if we suffer in the long run as far as the money that we're earning, so be it. That's just the way that it is. One of my subscribers, Courtney, who follows me on Twitter, she says, what are your thoughts on the way YouTube is going? Will you be touching on that in your video? So I will touch on that, Courtney. And what I'd like to say about where I think YouTube is going is I think that YouTube is going in the direction of larger creators. It's a really hard ceiling to break through on YouTube. It's always been hard, and I think it's even harder now than it ever has been to get to be making any money on YouTube, and to call YouTube a career is going to be even more difficult. I think that smaller creators are going to get more frustrated and start dropping off, and the bigger creators are going to continue to get bigger and bigger. So this is where you come in, and what I think that you can do to help, and that is to share your favorite channels on your social media with people that you feel would enjoy the content. Share the people that you love. Watch the people that you love. If you feel like you want to, sign up for a YouTube Red subscription, because that is a way that you cannot have to watch any ads. You get access to the YouTube Red content, which you may or may not be interested in, and YouTubers do make more money off of your views that way. It's just something you can do if you choose to. Am I begging you to sign up for YouTube Red? No, I don't want anybody to don't twist it, okay? I'm just telling you different ways. You choose to do what you want to do and what you feel comfortable doing. I know that I'm going to sign up for a YouTube Red account. I never had before, but I am going to now that I've done the research and know the benefits to creators. And also, I'm tired of the ads. I'm tired of seeing, you know, 8 ads in a video. It drives me bonkers, and that will eliminate that for me. So that will make me very, very happy as a YouTube viewer. Will I be starting a Patreon? No, absolutely not. I will not be starting a Patreon. I don't want you to worry about the content on my channel. My channel is doing just fine as far as the amount of money that I'm making. My husband is the main breadwinner in the family, so don't feel like anything is going to change with my content. Even if all of my YouTube AdSense went out the window, just know that I would not close down my channel. I would get a job and my content would change, but I would still be creating content for you no matter what. I'm not going anywhere. So now I'm going to turn the conversation over to you. What are your theories as far as YouTube and ads and how all of this is working? And do you feel like your viewing habits are going to change based on what's happening with YouTube right now? Do you feel like YouTube cares about creators and wants to help us to grow and be better on the platform? Or do you feel like they're really on the side of the advertisers? Like I had mentioned, if you disagree with me, I would love to hear what your point of view is, because I'm just one person and we are the collective brain of makeup awesomeness and other information awesomeness, because this doesn't even have to do necessarily with makeup. It's just a general conversation. I would love to know your thoughts, and let's think on this together. I'm also going to be linking all of the channels that submitted information for me about their videos being demonetized. I'm going to list all of those channels down below. Thank you to everybody that helped me to put this video together. I appreciate you so much. They're all people that follow me on Twitter, so if you're not following me on Twitter, that's where I kind of go off at the mouth about stuff. So if you're curious about that side of who I am and my life, feel free to follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the video's thumbs up button, because that helps me in the YouTube algorithm to be noticed more, and it helps me to be suggested more often, which of course helps me to make more money, which is always good for me. And it doesn't cost you anything. See, I'm like, hey, help me make more money by click the thumbs up button. I'm sometimes honest to a fault. Thank you so much for watching. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video soon.